People record literally everything nowadays, and many times things that weren't supposed to be recorded, let alone be seen by the entire internet, are uploaded and viewed by millions of people. Maybe it's better to play it safe in these situations and just not record some things next time. From the scary to the downright bizarre, and some weird moments all caught on camera. Today we're going to show you 40 moments no one was supposed to see, caught on camera. Weird snake creature. This creature was reportedly caught on camera around 5,000 miles from Greece. We really don't know how to explain this one. It's pretty bizarre looking. It has a long body and its face looks like it's really old too. Kind of like what you would end up with if you stuck a human face on a snake's body. Man discovers unidentified animal. This dude was just having a regular day. Another one out of probably hundreds at his boring job working this machine. And then out of the soil comes out a very strange and never before seen animal. And when he disturbs it, it even moves. Even the excavator let out a scream and flinched. Seems as though it could almost be one of the monsters in some movie. Yikes. Hopefully it's not that. Half human, half hyena. In South Africa, some men stumbled upon this giant creature that has the body of a human man and the head of a hyena. The creature was quickly stuffed into their van and taken away, and then later when they looked at it, it was still breathing and not responding to anything they said. It also growled just like a hyena. Strange creature caught on camera. Someone just caught this strange humanoid-looking creature on camera just walking around the forest. It has long hair and sort of looks like a woman too, but it's shaped really oddly and can't be a human either. Actual elf. This footage from a CCTV clip of a civilian exploded on social media because it features what looks like a totally unknown creature passing by a house. Here we see the video of an elf-like thing with really bony legs and huge floppy ears. It kind of reminds us of Dobby, the house elf from Harry Potter. This could easily be doctored footage too, but something tells us maybe it's real. Skinned snake, moving. Okay, now this one just looks like something caught straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. We all know snakes periodically shed their skins, but to see it in the flesh, like in this clip, is another thing. As if snakes could possibly get any scarier. Fox-human creature at the zoo. There's a reason thousands of families were showing up at this zoo. It's to see this half-animal, half-human creature in one of the cages. Mumtaz claims to be a mythical half-animal creature who also talks just like a person to all the visitors who come to see. Anxious students who can't wait to see their results also visit this zoo to know their fates, way before their parents do. Dancing in the woods. This guy dancing in the woods kind of reminds us of the Cannibal Hillbillies from the movie Wrong Turn. He definitely got some moves though. Look at him go. It's a little unsettling because of the mask and yet still pretty impressive. We have to admit though, he's nothing short of a modern day hero. Scary fish. The fish you see here was caught by fishermen in Thailand and is yet to be officially identified and categorized according to its breed. This fish literally just has a huge mouth where its face should be, as well as some pretty terrifying teeth that definitely look like they were made from eating meat. It doesn't even have eyes. Yeah, it's a big nope from us. Loch Ness Monster? Someone got lucky and happened to be recording when this mysterious-looking unknown creature leaps out and then leaps back into the water, giving us a very brief glimpse. People speculated that this was actually the Loch Ness Monster, and who knows, maybe it really was.
Oh my God!
Tasmanian tiger spotted. Tasmanian tigers have been believed to be completely extinct since the last of their kind was captured in 1930 in Tasmania. But this creature was spotted roaming in a parking lot late at night, and it seems eerily similar to one. We don't get a very close look because it's moving the entire time, but who knows? Maybe it's just a dog. Maybe the Tasmanian tiger isn't totally extinct though. Slender Man sighting. This little kid was playing in his backyard in broad daylight when he tells his father he saw Slender Man.
What do you see?
Slender Man.
The father, obviously being skeptical and thinking his son's playing a prank on him, and went to see, and lo and behold, got the ultimate shock of his life to find a long, thin figure standing on the other side. Well, judging by the looks of this video, it seems that the Slender Man tale isn't just a legend on the internet and actually exists in real life. Possible ghost sighting. At first, nothing seems awkward or out of the ordinary. Of course, seeing someone by the roadside isn't enough to cause an adrenaline rush. But did you notice that they spotted the same woman multiple times down the same road in the space of a few minutes? The presumed person was wearing the same clothes and walked exactly the same way in all the encounters. It gets worse when the ghost stops in front of their car. Pretty scary.
Wait.
Clown sighting. This person noticed a clown had followed them home, and it was stalking around the outside of their house. They said that they saw the clown on their way home, and they have no idea how it figured out where they live. For some reason, the clown is also holding some trash bags too. Then, sometime later, the cops arrived and the clown was nowhere to be found. Still, that's pretty scary. We'd be sleeping with not one, but both eyes open if something like that happened. Good thing she called the cops. Mysterious human alien thing. This guy was probably on his way home late at night when he somehow encountered this odd alien-like creature strolling on the road. Everything about this video is just wrong. Even the creature's walk just feels extremely wrong to watch. It even stops when it notices it's being watched and stares back ghoulishly. So scary. Crab takes out own claw. This little guy isn't going to quit without putting up a battle. Crabs have actually been recorded doing this several times as a response to when they feel threatened or being attacked. They simply take off one or more of their own limbs to prevent being caught by their enemy. We know what you're going to ask, and yes, their claws do grow back. Sometimes you have to do really messed up things to survive rough situations. Kind of like that guy from 127 Days. What would be funny, however, were if the crab were to return with cyborg claws for a rematch. Giants seen in Peru. In this blurred video, we're supposed to be looking at a giant descending from the mountain in Peru. We want to think it's a fake video, but around that time, other people were also reporting seeing giants around the area. Yikes.
Sending man-souls.
Hopefully they're friendly and don't eat humans. Starfish walking. Which one of us hasn't seen starfish? Nothing special about that, but most of us haven't ever seen a starfish just walking around on the beach like that. They usually just sit still, kind of looks like a CGI creature. Plus, look at all the little flippers on the underside. No one expected a starfish walking to look like that. Kind of looks like what an orange peel would look like if it came alive via the wonders of a mad scientist. I think I've seen way too many sci-fi movies. Bird with a worm. They say the early bird gets the worm, and whoever they are, they were probably referring to this bird. It has a worm caught right between its beak and wants to eat it. We can't really explain what happens next, but we see the bird eat the same worm a couple of times. Is it something squirming out of the bird's mouth or what? A glitch in the Matrix, perhaps? Wolf-like creature spotted. Home security cameras captured a large dog-like creature walking around in a neighborhood in Racine County. Someone should really do something about that. Can't be safe having such a large and predatory animal walking around free like that. The wolf looks a long way from home and its pack. Hopefully it's captured and returned to the wild. We wouldn't want another case of No Way Home. Otter plays dead. One of the best ways to trick your enemies and then give them a heart attack is to play dead, which is exactly what this otter's doing. It ran up to the bird and then got down as if it was dead. As soon as the bird looks away, it springs into action, and as soon as its face moves back to where the otter is, it immediately resumes position. It deserves an Oscar for such comic acting. Animal with human head. So this animal in captivity here has a human head, and that too of a girl with long hair and a ferret-like body. The video is a certified internet classic, kind of like the fortune-telling fox with a human head we showed you earlier in the video, only this one looks spookier. Half human, half fox. Half human, half fox, aka Mumtaz Begum, has been in the news for several years for her mysterious appearance. For more than 40 years, this majestic woman has been telling fortunes from her enclosure in a Pakistani zoo. Many believe she is just a normal human being and not a woman, but a man hiding in this guise. But no one knows for sure, as she really is a mystery to many. White sturgeon. This one's something like a cross between a large fish and a shark. A woman kisses it and then a man releases it back into the ocean. This fish is actually called a white sturgeon, and they can live up to 100 years. Mermaid filmed in Australia. This mermaid-looking creature was caught on camera by a scuba diver who was under the water at the time. There's also plenty of fish roaming around, but we see a mermaid too, clear as day, swimming around the water, minding its own business. So much for mermaids grabbing men. Man literally breaks bondage in church. In this rare footage, we see a man probably demonstrating to the congregation how their chains would be broken if they prayed hard enough. But the demonstration didn't go exactly according to plan, with the man clearly struggling with the chain. Now, that's something you don't see every Sunday. A cow fell from the roof. Okay, we really don't know how to explain what's going on here. Some cows are just chilling in their shed, and then a sudden light flashes, and before we know it, another cow appears out of thin air, falls from the sky. That too, in a barn with other cows. Maybe some aliens abducted it and decided to give it back after conducting their experiments? Tom and Jerry. This little mouse knew it had no chance of escaping with its life, so instead of blindly running away as fast as it could, it chose to play dead and fooled the hungry cat instead. It definitely had a much better chance this way. Clown at gas station. This person was at a gas station at night, and they just wanted to get their car filled, but they noticed that there was someone else there, and that they had a clown costume on. And it's the exact same costume as Pennywise the clown. Looks like they too needed some gas for their car. Nonetheless, considering the clown attacks that just happened a few years ago, we'd still advise everyone to steer clear of them, at least at night. Fish with two mouths. This fish has two mouths. No way this lady expected to run into such a bizarre creature during her fishing trip. Pictures of the fish exploded on social media when she shared them. Mutant fish, anyone? We might not have an explanation, but maybe it'll fry just as nicely as any other fish? Goat Man. The Goat Man has supposedly been spotted in areas around Wisconsin and Kentucky. All the descriptions are the same too. The legs are muscular and covered with dark hair, and its face is alabaster and it's got horns too. Legends of its sighting are mostly around the famous Goat Man Bridge, which is said to be where he lives. Kangaroo chases cyclist. Kangaroos seem adorable, but it's not easy to determine when there's one charging full speed ahead right at you. They're kind of big, and when they run, they're very fast. We'd be scared too. The kangaroo leaps at him, and even though he laughs it off, it was definitely a shocking thing. Ostrich chases ostrich. Just as the other guy was attacked by a kangaroo, this cyclist had an encounter with the fastest non-flight bird on the planet. No one knows what could have triggered the ostrich, but it gave them a good chase. They're lucky the ostrich got tired and opted to give up the chase. Car thief returns baby. Surveillance footage captured this man running to a car with the keys left in the ignition. He took off with it but didn't realize that there was a baby in the back seat. He quickly ran to a nearby store and looked to see if anyone was around, then left the baby outside. Who knew thieves had morals too? Boy gets stuck in free fall. The boy was in an elevator and he tried to hold the door open when it was closing with his umbrella. He was unsuccessful. The door closed anyway, despite the umbrella, and malfunctioned because of an object being stuck between the doors, causing a free fall. Thankfully, the umbrella handle broke, but the boy was unharmed. Don't touch my grapes. This raccoon is super possessive about its grapes and doesn't want anyone touching them. When someone puts their hand forward, it places its own on the grapes. Hey, come on, you can't have these. They're mine. You can see the look of intense concern on its face when it thinks someone's going to take away its grapes. Bushbuck escapes crocodile. This bushberry was having a cool drink of water in the savannah when, out of nowhere, a crocodile ambushed it by leaping out of the water and very nearly made a meal out of the poor, unsuspecting animal. It escaped by inches, though, and lived to see another day. The one thing this bushbuck had going for it was its alertness and agility. Massive fish bites scuba diver. This scuba diver was out for a swim in the deep ocean and encountered a pretty big fish. The fish seemed quite friendly too, and came pretty close to the guy. It seemed like they were about to interact in a pretty wholesome way, but then the fish decided the man was a threat and bit him. The fish could have been triggered by the cameraman's presence. It seemed to be cool with the other diver. North Korean soldier makes dramatic cross-border escape. In what is nothing short of extraordinary, this soldier makes a very daring escape from the North Korean military to South Korea. He initially got into a jeep as he fled for the South Korean border, but crashed it as he was being chased by the North Korean military. He then got out of the crashed car and made it to the border on foot, closely followed by hostiles who didn't hesitate to bring him down by all means. Luckily, he made it to the border with just a few wounds. He collapsed after entering South Korea, but thankfully the South Korean military crawled all the way to his location and got him to safety. He could have been a spy. Who knows? Manager saves customer's life. A manager saved a customer's life at his restaurant literally mere seconds before death, using the age-old Heimlich maneuver. People watching dangerous river flow from too close. Somewhere in China, people gathered to watch a dangerous river flow from a shockingly close distance. But after watching the video again, it seems like the spot is a popular tourist destination, which is totally safe, and people are actually enjoying the beautiful scenery. A sculpture of a mountain lion can also be seen in the video, which depicts the presence of this majestic animal in the area. Alright, that's it for today. Leave a comment down below and let us know which of these videos you found the most unbelievable. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Forever Green, and hit that bell icon for more. We'll see you in the next one.